Yo, we are back with a reacts. And tonight, I figured we could watch the OG himself, Jordan Peterson on Piers Morgan. This is the truth about women. And I'm assuming that they're going to be talking about what is a woman and what is a man, which is fucking crazy that we even talk about in 2022 when we got computers and robots and fucking electric cars. We're still trying to figure out what a woman is. But fuck it, let's get into it.
Some women are pretty awful,
No.
but not most of them. But if you try saying that and not getting cancelled.
Bro, you just trying to cancel Andrew Tate for that. For him saying that he preferred 18 to 25-year-old women. You just tried to cancel Andrew Tate for that. Actually, I guess it was before, but you did that. right after you fucking that's fucking hypocrite.
But I think also this thing that you've got into trouble about, which I don't understand why, that you believe that most women probably quite like their men to be strong and confident.
I don't believe that. All the data shows that clearly across cultural samples and has for 50 years. Plus, everyone knows it.
Anecdotally, most women I know, I think, would absolutely agree.
Most men I know would absolutely agree that 18 to 25 is the best age to get a damn girl. Obviously, afterwards you can settle. Obviously, afterwards when you get older, like maybe you want someone a little bit older and a little bit more mature. But most men don't even give a fuck. They would rather have an 18 to 25-year-old man, which he called Andrew Tate a misogynist for, which is a stupid statement. This motherfucking computer, man.
I absolutely agree. Why is it that you've been so vilified for suggesting something which is so palpably true?
Well, I think, first of all, that annoys narcissistic women no end. And it annoys people who think that there are no biological or cultural limits on how we manifest our behaviors. And also, it frightens a large number of women because many women have never had a good relationship with anyone masculine in their life. And so the notion that they would need to establish a trusting relationship with a man, especially if he's also in something approximating a superordinate position, which is what they might like to find him maximally attractive, also implies that they're in some sense going to be under his sway. And if there's no trust there, well, that's absolutely terrifying. And I have some sympathy for that because there are no shortage of women out there who've never had a positive relationship with anyone masculine. And so they're completely unable to discriminate between narcissistic power and compulsion and confident competence. And so because they can't distinguish that and they're afraid, they put all of that in the same category, which is something like the predator category. And that's not good for them because, well, as you said, all men aren't predators all the time. And they need to establish a relationship with a man.
Right. We're also in a very...
Yeah, man. That is crazy. Like, to think about how many women grow up without male guidance. Like, I don't see many women that grow up without a father or grow up without a father in family, like in the picture. Maybe they're at work all the time. Maybe I'm not hanging around that many women, but from me growing up and seeing it, I never seen women like try to find like a male person to connect with, which I kind of get it because it is kind of creepy to find a random guy to trust and treat him like a father, especially in today's age with all these fucking creeps. But that being said, like, at me as a boy growing up, every single male that I looked up to, I looked up to as like a father since I grew up without one. And it helped me a lot to learn a bunch of masculine traits that I need. Women need to see a masculine trait so they can figure out what type of man they want to be with. They need to find out, they need to see men care for them. They need to see men take care of them. They need to see men protect them and provide for them. If you don't got that in your life and you never get that in your life, then you're automatically just gonna think that you need just a regular fucking man. You don't really have any taste other than looks. What the media tells you is a good looking man. So it really is fucked up, man. Because I mean, it's not the girl's choice, and same with the guys that lose their dad. But for this aspect with the women, that is really fucked up. That they don't know what they're looking for. And in today's society, most men don't want to wait to get pussy, and most women which is give their pussy up. And that's why most men don't want to wait, is because if you're not going to give it to me, I'll go find it from somebody else. So it's either they got to give it up early, or they got to go and find another fucking man that they're attracted to and that they like. And if you give your pussy up early, then how do you even trust this guy? You just gave yourself over in the most sexual way that you possibly can, and you don't even know the guy at all. For all you know, this motherfucker could be a creep, a loser, a bum, a liar, a con artist, and you already fucked him. And so now you kind of like stuck because you're like, I already gave myself to this guy. I don't want to give myself to nobody else, so I'm gonna rock this out. and that never works. And that's why there's so many toxic relationships. That's why there's so many failed families, and it's a rinse and repeat. Failed families gonna lead to the same fucking thing. Men that don't know how to treat women, and women that don't know how to treat men, and women that don't know how to look for women or men, and men that don't give a fuck about even trying to find a woman because they never had one in their damn life. But yeah, that is a really good point. I never thought about it like that.
Man.
Right. We're also in a very strange place where a lot of high-profile women will not say what they think a woman is.
Yeah.
Because they are... Ketanji Brown Jackson, the new member of the Supreme Court, in her nomination hearings, was asked the question. This is what she said.
Can I provide a definition?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
That's
can't.
sad, bro.
You can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So you
I'm not a
believe the meaning
biologist.
of the
It was a riveting
what do you
moment.
need to be a biologist for? It's something that's like, what the fuck? You don't need to be a biologist to know what a fucking woman is or what a man is. You don't need to be an English major to know what the word fucking bee means, or the word fucking, you don't, any fucking word. You don't need to be an English major to fucking talk. You don't need to be a biologist to know what a man and a woman is. It's like, it's the basic fundamentals. It's what they teach you in fucking health class, or what they used to teach you. They probably don't no more, honestly. They probably can't even put it in textbooks anymore, which is insane, man. It's so insane.
It was a riveting moment because you're going to be on the Supreme Court of the United States of America. You're a woman. You're the first black woman on the court. And that in itself, I know you've raised eyebrows about why did Joe Biden go out there and say we need to have a black woman? Why not just say we want the best person available? And then
Did he do
if
that?
she's the best person, get her on the court, which
That's
I
lame if he
completely
did.
agree with. But for her not to be able to commit to explaining what she thinks a woman is. And then I had a moment on this show where Macy Gray, the singer, did stick her neck out. And she said this.
I will say this, and everybody's going to hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman.
Right.
Sorry.
You feel
Facts.
that?
I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Like, if you
facts.
want me to call you a her, I will,
Yeah.
because that's what you want. But
That's
that
nice.
doesn't make you a woman just because I call you a her and just because you got a surgery.
Yeah, that's just being a nice person. You're just, okay, you want me to call you that? Then, all right, I'll call you that. I'm not trying to be a dick. But what is being a dick is you sitting here and saying that you are a woman whenever you was converted to a woman. You are not a woman if you weren't born a woman. You are not a man if you weren't born a man. If anything, it's more sexist for these motherfuckers to come in and say that they are 100% women. They are they are 100% women, when that's not the case at all. You know how much fucking shit a woman has to go through to be a woman? First off, they're born a woman. Then they have to go through the whole period of the puberty and their chest growing and the emotions coming in and being real sensitive during those times. Then they have to go through a fucking pregnancy where they go 9 months holding a fucking baby, putting their body through hell. Once time, 2 times, 3 times, don't fucking matter. And then after all that's said and done, they go through fucking menopause where they can't have kids no more, where they can't fucking they're sweating, they're having heat flashes, they're going through fucking hell again. That's 3 big times in their life that they got to go through hell just to be a woman. And you come over here and say, "Well, I'm a woman because I want to be." That's fucked up, bro. That's so fucked up. That's the opposite of that's misogynistic, honestly. This might not be misogynistic. That might not be the best word, but it's definitely not for feminism. And it's taking a step back on feminism. It's like, and now all these women that are competing in sports have to deal with these fucking transgender women coming in and taking over the fucking sport, and then they have to go through hell just to even stand up for this shit. It's so crazy that these women don't even have a voice for their own gender because these fucking men that want to be women come in and took it. How is that not the most fucked up thing? You guys, women feminists are worried about Andrew Tate and Joe Rogan and this and that and this and that. They are taking your gender. They are taking your whole gender. Every single thing that you went through in your life, they are just taking it like it's fucking able to just have. Like you can just fucking have it. That's sad as fuck, man. And it's crazy that this whole world is just stuck in a mind fuck that they think it's the right thing to do because it's nice. It's not nice. It's nice to the people that want to be women, but it's not nice to the vast majority of people that are born women. This motherfucker.
I just because you got a surgery.
With chilling predictability, Macy Gray stuck to her guns for a couple of days, and then the onslaught was so overwhelming against her, she had to go on national television in America, issue a groveling apology for everyone that she'd hurt, with this statement of what many would think is just a statement of biological fact. How have we got to this place where women are terrified of saying what a woman is, and women who do say what they think it is, i.e. there are clear biological distinctions between a man and a woman, they get destroyed?
Well, we've accepted this preposterous...
I swear it's because journalists started hiring LGBTQ plus workers to write for them. Probably the first ones were actually really good journalists, and they tackled these type of topics, which is going to have people from both sides wanting to read it and wanting to see what the hell it's talking about. It's generating clicks, is what they fucking need. So they got people from both sides coming in and bringing them all the fucking views that they need, which was gold to these fucking magazines. So they're like, you know what? Let's start hiring more LGBTQ plus people to get more hands on these topics so we can get more clicks. And now it's like every single magazine is just ran by LGBTQ plus people, which ain't nothing wrong with it, but it is something wrong with it whenever it starts turning into something like this, where if you go against anything that they believe, you're considered transphobic, homophobic, sexist, a piece of shit, a not shit man. That's whenever it becomes, it's not about opinions no more. Y'all are literally trying to diminish the reputation of men that you never even met, or women that you never even met, or people. Like, you can't just fucking bully someone out of their opinion. If they're their opinion, then give them the facts. Don't just fucking hate them. Tell them you're gonna kill them. Tell them this and that. That's not the way to approach it. And that's how this world works right now, which is crazy as fuck. This fucking computer's crazy as fuck too. Like, work, bitch.
Hypothesis that your identity is only subjectively defined, and as I've tried to point out on some of my lectures, the only people who think their identity is subjectively defined are 2-year-olds, and I mean that technically because 2-year-olds are egocentric, which means they can't bring their identity in alignment with a social norm, which also means that 2-year-olds can't play with other children. They can play beside them, but they can't play with them. That doesn't happen until you're 3.
That's facts.
What happens when you're 3, if you're reasonably well socialized or start to move towards that, is that you learn how to negotiate a social identity. And then identity becomes, obviously it has some roots in your subjectivity and in your biology for that matter, but a sophisticated identity is not only socially negotiated, as the constructivists know perfectly well, but it's got a dynamism about it because it has to be constantly renegotiated.
It's fucking crazy that
Tonight on Piers Morgan,
talking about shit like that, man. That's fucking crazy as shit. Like, it leaves you speechless. How the fuck do we not know? I mean, obviously we know, but how the fuck is there a big majority of this fucking country that doesn't know what the fuck a woman is? Or actually they do, but they're just too scared to say it, which is even more sad. How are you scared to just say something that's openly fucking true? But man, I'm gonna end that there. That was a banger for sure. A lot of good points by the OG. And deuces.